Hi everyone, this is Tanya with Resonate LLC or Resonate BR as I am on Instagram. I want to show you how to make some galaxy earrings made with Let's Resins products. So first things first, we get out our mold. This is from Let's Resins jewelry kits. And I have a little mirror here. This kind of helps me with the UV and getting the UV to penetrate all the way through the mold. As long as the mold is somewhat see-through, you can use UV resin. Sometimes you might have to, when it's like cured on this side, you might have to flip it over, cure it on this side, and then take it out. I do dome my earrings, so that way that adds a little something extra. So we got our UV resin. I'm using the high viscosity one. This is a very, very thick resin, so you do not need much. I also have the Let's Resins chameleon powders. They do have a beautiful color shift, but one thing about chameleon powders is that they really show up against black. If you don't use just black, you have something like this. This was an okay thing, but still not quite what I was looking for. And this is also a learning experience too, is I used color shifts that were too close together to do the galaxy thing, and it didn't quite work out like I would have wanted. So that's when I decided to use black as the color shift, and that's when you get the really, really pretty colors that really come out. And I did not have a Let's Resin black, but I'm going to use Color Passions Onyx Gel Tint. Very, very, very little. I will show you how to use this here properly. And also you do not need much powder for this as well. I'm going to use these cute little cups here to mix it up. And I will show you how much to use and what could happen if there is ever a problem with too much. Ideally, if there's too much pigment in your UV resin, the best thing that you can do is add more clear to help dilute it. But hopefully we won't have that problem. I'm going to scooch this aside here, because the only two colors I'm going to use is Papaya Whip and Blue Violet. Now, as you can see, these have very, very different color shifts. This one has a little bit more of a deeper purple. This one has a pinky, hot pink color to it almost. If you use colors that are too close together, such as like chartreuse and gold, yeah, look on the color shift colors, it would not go well, and that's kind of like what happened with this one. So we are doing vastly different colors. I'm also going to use a little bit of this crushed mylar. This is something that also came in with a Let's Resin jewelry pack as well. All right, let's get started here. I'm mixing the colors a little bit. So I'm going to add in my UV resin. I probably made a little bit more than what I need. But that's okay, because if you make more, here's the great thing with UV resin. As long as you hide it from the UV light when you're curing your products, or your projects, sorry, not products, I guess it is products, projects as well, you can save it and use it again as long as the UV light does not touch it whatsoever. So I'm making enough for like a few different earrings. I'm going to use the bigger earrings here for this project, just because it really does show up for what we want to do. Okay, for the amount of pigment, I'm also using this cute little scooper thing from Let's Resin. It came in the kit, which is really, really awesome. See, I haven't even used this one. I used sky blue last time, and that one really turned out good. So I'm going to use a blue violet this time. Let me get the top off. This is much more of a pretty blue violet. So for the pigment, literally, that is all you need. That thing is smaller than my thumbnail. Okay. You do not need much. And the whole purpose of not needing much is you want it with color. Oh, also toothpicks. Toothpicks are great. You want the color in there, but you want the UV resin to penetrate so it actually cures right. See, it's still, you can still see through it, which means that the pigment will cure. But still a really, really pretty color on it. Mix it up really well so that way you don't have any streaks. And then you can set this aside here for just a moment. Let's use the papaya whip. I'm going to do a different spoon because I don't want to mix the colors. The kit from Let's Resin comes with multiple colors or multiple spoons, so that's really awesome. And again, not much, literally. That's it. Also, the chameleon powders are very, 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 very fine. So make sure you do not have any fans going on while you are getting your pigments out. If you want to put the fans on after it's mixed, that's fine. But word to the wise, you don't want the fans on when you got your chameleon powders out, or flakes. Chameleon flakes, yeah, you do not want your fan on. Also, I would recommend, if you get out chameleon flakes, get out your respirator mask or a facial mask of some sort. There we go. See, it's a pretty orangey pink, which is really cool for a galaxy theme. Okay, setting that aside. Now I'm going to mix up a little bit of black in this. And this is a pump, which is really kind of cool. But before I pump it in there, get out this. Okay, watch. Just a smidge. Literally, tip. You can always add more, but it's hard to take it out. And like I said, for the key to UV resin is to have it thick enough for your color to be so we notice the color of what it is, but that the light can penetrate so it cures properly. See, that's pretty black, and I just got it on my finger. Oh my goodness. Okay, putting the top on that one. Also, what I always have some Q-tips and rubbing alcohol nearby in case of mishaps, like getting it on my finger. See? Okay, it's off. Close enough. And yes, this is plenty dark for what we're going to use it for. Actually, you know what? I might actually need a little bit more resin than that because I'm doing some big earrings. The black is the one that is going to be the background color. So add a little more clear, swirl it around. There we go. That should help. Okay. Now I'm setting my colors aside because the first step for assembling these galaxy earrings is to get out your clear UV, and we're going to make like the belt with the mylar flakes. So you just kind of do an abstract little line. If you want to do another one up here, go for it. Just clear. I like to try and echo it, but do opposite. And I'm not filling it up. I'm just putting like literally a bead of resin in here. So it's just a little bit. Okay. Now we get out the mylar flakes. I'm going to use tweezers. There we go. for putting these in here. Sometimes you have to break them apart, so that's why it's good to use a little tweezers in here. Some big, some small, that's okay. Let it be different. And you do not have to do it just like I'm doing it. You can do different colors, different color schemes. I am just hoping to inspire you to try something different. Step out of your comfort zone and hope you have fun with it. That's the main goal, is let's have some fun. Art is supposed to be fun. Okay. See, I'm getting it down in there, but very, very carefully. Trying to place them. Oops, that's too big. I'm going to set that aside. Perfect. Nope. Oh, and I totally forgot this little line right here. Main goal is to try and get this Mylar down to the bottom, because it will be the top when you pull it out. Okay, that's it. That is literally it. I know it doesn't look like much, but that is it. All right, so now I'm going to go ahead and cure it. This will take about 60 seconds. Set this aside, and I have my colors behind a little wall right here next to me, so you can't see them. And also the light cannot see them either, so that way it is safe. And I don't necessarily have to cure it all the way right now. I'm just doing it just enough to get it to stick and to not blend. So I'm kind of moving it on top of my mirror. And that's perfect. It's a little tacky, but that's okay. I'm not done yet. All right, let's do the band of blue. Now this is where you can have a little fun with your toothpicks and draw some colors, kind of make them branching out, or you know, make it look like a cloud or something like that. It does not have to be perfect. That is what I like about this style, is that it's abstract. It does not need to be, you know, 100% on the line or perfect, or you have to measure the center or anything like that. No, let's just have some fun with this. So I'm brushing this in here. Well, I'm putting a toothpick in here and just going alongside of this stuff here just to add some beautiful, beautiful chameleon colors. Go. Wait, one little drop up here. All right, guess what? We're curing this as well. Just a little bit. Then we're going to add in the papaya whip and then the black, and then we can pull them out and see what we've got. Takes about 30 seconds to halfway get it cured enough, so just please bear with me. I like to record in real time, that way you have an idea of how long this actually really does take. I'm not fast forwarding this video. Perfect. A little tacky, but that's okay. All right, let's add in a little bit of this red. or the papaya whip. See, I'm going to make a gap between the blue and, I call it red. It's not really red, because I'm going to have black go in it. Since I really love the color, I'm going to have a lot more color right up here at the top. It's also good whenever you're dealing with UV resin and UV earrings to kind of put your toothpick right around the little tab for your earring hole, because that way it will keep it from developing bubbles, which you can still fix by doming with another layer of clear, but it's not always a for sure thing to get it right. I speak from experience. I'm moving it on my light right here, or my mirror. Okay. I know it still doesn't look like much of anything, but let's add the black. And then we'll see how it looks on the front. Now the black is going to go on everything, including your colors. See, I might actually have to mix up a little bit more black. Yeah, I'm gonna have to mix up a little bit more black. It's okay. Okay, let me go ahead and mix up a little bit more black while I'm doing this. I'd like to do both earrings at the same time. This time I'm not going to get it on me. There. Let me take this thing out right here and set this aside. Tap on it. You learn from your mistakes, right? That was my mistake. See, this one is actually a little bit darker. I used a little smidge too much, so I'm going to add in a little bit more clear, because you do want the light to penetrate it. If it can't penetrate, then what will happen is it won't cure properly all the way. That's not good for jewelry making. And that's still too dark. Taking that out. Yep. Looks like I'm making a lot of galaxies here pretty soon. There we go. That's better. Okay. See, look, it's a little bit darker than what this one was, but that's not too bad. And in fact, if this comes into a problem, that's okay, because I want to show you what could happen if you don't do too much, if you do too much of a pigment. So I guess it's a good thing to have. A little too much in this one. Now this may take a few moments to cure. So please bear with me. Okay, setting that aside. Let's see here, am I gonna have that problem? Oops, hold on, I messed up. Still jelly. I think I stopped it in time. There we go. Now I'm watching it in case I have that issue. What I mean by issue is, let me see if I have a piece here that happened to recently. Yes. I had too much black in here, and what it does is it bubbles up, trying to get out of the heat that it generates. So while it did cure, and it is hard, I still had to grind that little back piece off here. And now what I could do is put on a layer of clear, and it will go away. You won't see it, but I haven't top coated this one yet. I just thought it was kind of unique, and also to show my mistakes, which this one does not seem to be doing pretty good. It seems to be doing pretty good. I mean, I'm trying to speak right. Okay, I'm gonna move this aside here on that mirror. Also, once this back part is cured, I'm gonna flip it over and put it again for 60 seconds. Just so that way it gets the top part, and that way in case you peel it out, you don't have any bumps or stuff that gets pulled out of it. By stuff, I mean resin being pulled out of what you were working on. It's cured. It's only 60 seconds, but it lasts forever. Hey, there we go. All right. Now you can kind of see the color through it, but let's see what we got. Okay, one, this is not fully cured yet. I just put my fingerprint on it. So I might have to put a little bit of clear on the back. I had a little bubbling up on the top earring, but it's not terrible. Come on, 60 seconds. I know it seems like it's taking forever, but truly it does not take that long to make earrings in the grand scheme of things. It's not like you have to pour resin into it and into a mold and let it wait 8 to 10 hours. That's UV is done in minutes. I'm close to a 25-minute mark here in this video, so there we go. It is cured. Let's see what it looks like. It's pretty cool. I do not need the mirror now anymore. Oops, that was on the exterior of it. That's pretty neat. All right, let's add our stickers. These are some stickers from Let's Resin's sticker group or sticker package that they used to have. I've had these forever. I think they've got a new design on there. So just FYI. Also, it's good to have an X-Acto knife nearby. So let's figure this out. Let's see what we're gonna do. I always like to have the Saturns on there. I love them. And if a little bit hangs off the edge, that's fine because it can always be taken off. And see, I'm only going to use a part of the sticker so that way it kind of looks like an eclipse. Nope, too big, too big. Put that back on the sticker sheet. Do the small one. Okay, where's the hole? Right there. Okay. So what you do for the rest of these stickers is I'm going to go ahead and use my X-Acto knife, going in a downward cut for the first one, and then you just kind of like saw it off carefully right along the edge. Now you could use this over here too, which actually, you know what? I might. Oh, wait, let me add a little more to it. There we go. Reuse. Okay, set this aside, clean up all the extra sticker bits that hang over the edge, because then we're going to dome it and put on the hardware. Sorry, trying to see around my camera here so I can look at it. See, look, it did kind of bubble up a little bit right there, so I can dome on the back side of this if I want, but for intents and purposes, this is just a training exercise. Okay. Zoom in here. Trying to get so that way y'all can see the colors. All right, let's do a little bit of doming. I'm again going to use another toothpick. And just start coating the top. This also really helps a lot if your molds end up getting dull. You can always dome your pieces, and that helps bring out the color and shine back into your work. So, trying to see here Okay, now the key to doming is to making sure that you go all the way to the edge. UV resin is also self-leveling, so that will help. And again, that's one thing that is really awesome about UV resin, is that it won't cure until you have the UV light on it. So you can work with it until you get to where you want it to be. I did have a couple bubbles here along the edge, but that's okay. They're very, very tiny, and this top coat, oops, will cover it. Also, I do recommend using gloves. I'm not doing so right now, and I kind of regret it. See this piece right here? That's going to be cut out here in a moment. That's okay. Oh, come on. See? I'm regretting it because I'm touching it. I don't want to touch it. Making sure it's on the inside. I'm trying to use the reflection of my lights around here. Trying to look around here and see if I've missed any spots. Because if you miss a spot, guess what? You got to redo it again. And then the piece gets thicker and thicker, so. But also what's really great is that this does not require a whole lot of resin, so it's okay if you mess up. It's all about learning. And I'm going to wipe my hand and get all this UV resin off me. And hardware, you can use anything that you want. That I know you can. A lot of people use hooks and jump rings and stuff like that. You don't necessarily have to. You can do it however way you want it to. You can do studs. You can do hooks. You can put stud backings on these if you want to. There's lots and lots of different options. Let me see here. What am I going to do? I'm thinking okay, let me check and see how this is cured. Looks pretty good. I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit more time to it, just 30 seconds more. These are the studs I'm going to use. I like these. I got them on Amazon. And they're very, 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 very easy to use. Got a couple hoops here. I just want to make sure that this is as cured as possible. So I do have a little bit of excess from, oops, the sticker. That's okay. Quick little thing there. Yep. Well, this is not perfect, so I'm gonna have to dome this again, but I'll do that off camera because I messed up on this piece. You can kind of see messed up there, all along there. I missed that. Oh well. Let me show you how to do the hardware, and then that is it. What I like to do is I always like to have a flat nose or flat pliers and needle nose. Get my excess hair out of the way. Hold it with the flat part. Do a half bend with that. Seems like my son is needing help with math. And ta-da! That's it. You gotta put the backing on it. Let's do this other one really quick. Ta-da! Now you have galaxy earrings. This one here turned out really great. I'm gonna have to fix this one a little bit, but like I said, I'll do that off camera. But there you go. So I hope y'all enjoyed the funness that I do. And I hope I inspire you to try some different techniques, and hope you learn from my mistakes as well. So y'all take care, and bye.